Hello, my beautiful friends. I hope you're all well. And if not, like I said, eat a cookie. It'll make you feel better. So this one's more or less aimed at me, at my own self, because it's something I was pondering on my way to a doctor's appointment. I have to go in and see my doctor for my recent MRI test, as well as a colonoscopy the other day. Yeah, colonoscopies. If any of you are under 50, you better get prepared. But anyways, I was thinking, what happens if I walk in here and the doctor says, hey, you got 6 months to live? And I said to myself, well, I'm going to go out and enjoy those 6 months. But then I said to myself, why is it that you're not doing those things that you would do in those 6 months now? Why is it that you think that if you were told you only had 6 months to live, that you would go into all those places you've always wanted to go to, or try to do all those extravagant things that you've been saving up for? When in reality, you could walk in here and they could tell you have 60 years more to live. Why wouldn't you already be doing them? I made a video a couple of months back called If Not Now, When? A Real Talk. And it's the same idea. We always put things off. We have so much fear. There's so much fear in our life. And whether it's a small fear or a big fear, but there's so many fears that block us from doing the things we really want to do. Those things that we know will make us happy, even if it's only a temporary happiness. Like for one, I'm a big fan of San Diego. I love San Diego. I love just going there, walking around, seeing the sunset. The people are cool. The culture is great. If any of you guys are from San Diego, big shout outs. I'm jealous. But I sit here and I say, well, I can't do it this month because bills are tight. Or I can't drive my van out there because my van is old and she's got too many miles. That's one of my biggest ones. But this van too she's got 148,000 miles on her as I look at her right now. But I've had her since 70,000 miles. And so for over 75,000 miles, I said, well, she's just too old. Now, I've been places in her, but I've never gone far. I've never left New England because of fear. Because what happens if she breaks down? What happens if this happens? What happens if that happens? We're always saying, what if, what if, what if? And the problem is that what if is getting in the way of our path to enjoyment and to enjoying this experience. Now, the things I want to do, they're not extravagant. It's not so much that I want to go to Rio or go party it up in Vegas or anything like that. I've done all that. It's a waste of time, trust me. But it's just little things. I want to get in the van and I want to drive cross country and I want to see things. I want to meet people. I want to hear different introspections on life. I want to talk to people all around of all shapes, sizes, and colors, nationalities, foods, everything. I want to experience all that I can. But yet, I'm holding myself from doing that because instead I want to only do that if I'm dying in the next 6 months. And that's just silly. You have to ask yourself every day, if not now, when? Because I'm letting the fear of society, the things that I grew up with, the way that I was domesticated into this fear-based system to guide how I live my life. I'm just like many of you. I get up, I go to work. I work my butt off and I save money. But what do I save money for? When people ask me, what are you saving money for? I'm not saving it for my retirement because I really don't even know if I'm going to be able to retire. You know, I don't really look into the future. But all I do is I keep working, keep putting money into the bank, and it's just sitting there, earning very low interest, as many as you know. But I could do it. I could walk out of here today and just get in this van and drive cross country. And God forbid, but if the van broke down, I could get a rental car. I could get a bus. I could get a plane back. I don't know if I'd fly right now, but I could get a plane back. I don't know if I could fly right now. I don't have one of those cool IDs. But anyways, I could do all that. And it wouldn't hurt. I'm not a millionaire. I'm not rich by any means. I live within my means. I have another video that talks about needs versus wants, and that's how I live my life. But my point is that I could do those things. But I keep saying, in the future, or what if in the future, or what if. And I have to stop doing that. We all have to stop doing that. And I'm hoping that this message will reach one of you that's doing the same thing I'm doing, going, what if, what if? And I'm hoping that you run with this. Because listen, if there's one thing that I have learned in my 51 years, I'm 51 now. In my 51 years, I've learned that life is fleeting. I've lost many a friend and many a family. And some young, some old. But life will end. None of us are guaranteed a future. And so, as I'm sitting here in this parking lot about to go in and see my doctor, I'm not worried about what she's going to tell me. I'm more worried about why I believe that I have to fear so many small, intricate details that really will have no effect if I was just to go out and do something. We are a fear-based society. Everything we contemplate, we sum it up against two things: the end result and the fear of getting to that result. And it definitely hits some of us more than others. If you have anxiety or depression or anything like that, your fear levels are out there. And I know because I speak from experience. But at the same time, it doesn't matter if I am told today I have 6 months to live or if I'm told I have 60 months to live. Either way, I will end up perishing. I will end up dying. And I'm fine with that. It's a part of this game. It's a part of this experience. But why do I keep on putting off enjoyment, or I guess you could say a sense of fulfillment, because I'm waiting for somebody to tell me that it's sooner rather than later? Think about this. If you're sitting there right now and you're like, I want to go do that, or I want to go do this, but you're worried about money, or you're worried about your car breaking down, or you're worried about what people may think about it. That's the even worse one, is what people may think if you go do something. Don't worry about what other people think. If you want to do it, do it. My rule is, if you're not hurting yourself and you're not hurting anybody else, don't give two shits about what society thinks. But if you're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, man, I've never been to Disney World. I want to go to Disney World. And if you can afford it, even if you can afford it, but it's going to be tight afterwards, go do it. Start looking into it. But don't be like me, and don't be like others, and start looking into it and then save it for later. This past month, my medical procedures have taken let's say they've stepped up a little bit. And I would be lying to you if I didn't say I didn't worry. But at the same time, I also know that I have no control over the outcome. But what's great about it is I've been able to think more clearly, inwardly, to realize all these things that are holding me back, I'm the one who's making them. It's not anybody else. Nobody else is telling me, hey, you can't go there, or hey, you can't drive your van to San Diego. The only person that is stopping you is you. I love you all. Walk in light.